What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. I'd like to welcome you to my movie review for Fate of the Furious. I just got back from seeing this movie. I went to go see it at like 11:15, which was, oh my god, kind of a mistake because, now it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm just so like worn out. I feel like I just got off of a 2 hour long freaking roller coaster. Now, I do want to say one thing before I get into this review, just for the record. In the past, I've never really been a huge Fast and the Furious fan. I've never really seen I mean, I guess I understand the appeal to these movies now. I've seen enough of them at this point to know why people like these movies, but I've never really been able to connect with them in the past because to me, I feel like these movies have struggled with being serious and over the top, like cheesy, ridiculous, over the top. In the past, I've struggled watching these movies because to me, it's like it doesn't seem like they've ever really been able to figure out what they want to be. If they want to be really serious, emotional movies or just cheesy and over the top. But I've seen enough of these movies now to start to appreciate them. I mean, we're in the freaking eighth. This is the eighth Fast and the Furious movie at this point, so of course, this is a very successful franchise, and now that now I can say I've seen enough of these movies to say that I appreciate this franchise and I like it because this franchise. It's kind of like Transformers. It's kind of like the Transformers series. People go to these movies to just see really ridiculous, over the top action, and that's exactly what I was going to this movie to see, and that's exactly what I got. Like, oh my god, this movie has some of the most batshit insane action scenes I've seen ever. There's a prison fight scene. There's a really awesome chase scene in New York City where Charlize Theron she's hacking into all the cars and like they're falling off roofs and raining from the sky and all that shit. Like she's controlling all of them. There's a really awesome chase scene in New York. And then there's really like awesome like 20 to 30 minute like action scene at the end of the movie that takes place in like the Russian Arctic, and it has like submarines and missiles and just fucking explosions and Lamborghinis and all this awesome shit. Like this movie has some insane action, like really crazy action. I was just like, it had me riveted all the way throughout, and I was entertained by it. When you're seeing all this car action, when you're seeing The Rock beat the shit out of people, and Jason Statham beat the shit out of people. You're seeing just all this over the top action. It's awesome, and that's all I really want out of a movie like this. Really, that's all I want, and this movie gave me that. And for the first time, I would have to say that in the past when I watched the past Fast and the Furious movies, I've never really been able to connect with the characters because you know it was always so mixed for me, like the action and the cheesy and like the cheesiness and the serious moments. It was never able to really sit with me. It didn't mix that right. In this movie, they mix it pretty well. They give really awesome action. At least an hour of this 2 hour movie is just action. And then they have some really genuine, like, serious moments with Dom in the movie, too. One of the biggest things about the trailers is you're wondering, why would Dom betray his family? Of course, the word family is used like 100 times in this movie, but it's Fast and the Furious, I mean, what can you really expect? But why would Dom betray his family? I'm not going to say why, but, the reason is actually pretty legit. I had to kind of think about it. I'm glad I've seen some of the Fast and the Furious movies. This is not the type of movie you want to go into and see if you haven't seen any of them because you're not going to understand what's going on in certain aspects. I've seen the first one, I think I've seen Tokyo Drift. I've seen the fifth one, and I saw the last one with Paul Walker just because I like Paul Walker as an actor, and I wanted to see his send off. But as far as this movie goes, I was excited going into this movie, and it entertained me. That's all I wanted out of a movie like this. It has all the ridiculous moments, and it has some pretty serious moments in it too with Dom. But it wasn't too much. Like, they didn't beat you over the head with it. It wasn't like like, oh my god, like The Walking Dead or anything like that, where, no action, let's just focus on the drama. No, this movie balanced the action and the drama really well. I know I keep roasting The Walking Dead, but it feels like the perfect example for how to not do a movie like this, and this movie didn't do that. It did what it set out to do really well. Now, if I had one complaint, it would probably be the fact that I don't I hate Charlize Theron's character. I mean, I know you're supposed to hate her because she's the villain, but something about her just annoyed me. Like, I just was like, she was too fucking nosy, and like, she was like always on everyone's ass, and I was just like, give people like, she really she fucking annoyed me, and I wanted to see her die. So my other complaint would be the fact that if I had another complaint, it's like a little critique is that there are certain points like in the second act of this film where it is a little slow, but they have so many over the top insane action scenes in this movie, which again I'm gonna repeat my previous statement is what I want to see when I go to see a movie like this. This movie did everything I wanted it to do, and I was really happy with this movie. I was really impressed with it. So, in the end, I am going to rate Fate of the Furious and give it a 9 out of 10. It is, in my opinion, the best Fast and Furious movie I've seen, in my personal opinion. And yeah, I really liked it. So I'm glad I went to go see it. I mean, it wasn't really that big of an issue because I had a free ticket to go and see this movie. So yeah, even if I didn't like this movie, I still got to see it for free. So lucky me. But yeah, that's my review of Fate of the Furious. If you guys enjoyed this, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.